Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Jeffress. I'm an assistant professor here at Nicholls State University and your instructor for Speech 104, Speaking Through Technology. And I'm going to do a somewhat impromptu, extemporaneous video here to talk about your vlog assignment and what I expect, and just to give you some guidelines on how to do that. This won't necessarily be a prototype to pattern after. There are problems, going to be problems with how I put this video together and my backdrop and things like that, that if I were going for a more professional recording, I would pay attention to those things. I would dress differently than I am today, but this is just a casual summer day at my office, and I'm recording this video to provide you with some information and some pointers. So I hope it'll be helpful to you. One thing let's talk about is eye contact. Right now I am talking to you looking directly into my camera. And so it looks like I'm looking at you right in the eyes, is it not? But if I look down at my screen, see, now I'm looking at my screen while I'm talking. And I'm looking down, I'm below your sight line, right? Look up. When you're talking, look directly into the camera when you're addressing your audience. That's the camera is equivalent to the audience member's eyes. So to make eye contact, you need to be looking directly into the camera and not just at your computer screen or your device. I know a lot of you will be using a smartphone such as this to record your videos. I happen to be using my Apple computer at my office. Now, having talked about a little bit about eye contact, appearance is important. At a minimum, I would want you to wear a dress shirt, a collared shirt like I have on, but I wouldn't typically wear one with such a busy pattern as I have with this. This is more of a casual, I'm on vacation, it's summer shirt for me, but you don't have to necessarily wear a business suit or a coat and tie for these vlogs in this class, but I do want you to look clean and nice, neat, somewhat professional, business casual, shall we say. As far as backdrop goes, you want to pay attention to that. You want to have a clean backdrop that doesn't have a lot of distractions and things. Mine's a little, my backdrop here is a little cluttered for my liking. I would try to change this up some, and it could be as simple as changing my angle where I'm getting out, like there's my fridge, and you see a roll of paper towels and just some odds and end things that somebody in the audience can get distracted by. And so here is instead, if I got at this angle, I've got my bookcase behind me, which is a little more professional, although those two bookcases are a bit cluttered for sure. So, but pay attention to that. And then camera angles, okay? I like the camera to be level, okay? And so you can see if you look at the lines on my bookshelves or the wall here, the cinder block, you can tell that things are level and you don't see the ceiling. All right, a lot of times I get videos that look like this, and there's a whole lot of head space up here. You see Alfred, my gargoyle, that's looking over my shoulder up there. I don't want to see the ceiling in your post or lights. See, if it's tilted back, there are the lights. A lot of times I see ceiling fans and the glow of the light or the shadows of the ceiling fan in videos. That's not good. So get it good and level. And if you have to, prop it up. I actually have my computer with my camera built into it propped up on top of a large book to make it at about the right height to get my bust and my headshot, a good headshot. But I don't want I don't want you to be so close to it that all I see is your head like this either, right? Back up a little bit, and I like to see, the chest area, the shoulders, and the head, to where you can bring your hands into the frame occasionally if you need to gesture. Now, you don't want to talk with your hands. That can be distracting, and it can be a problem because online with depending on the resolution, the quality of your camera, it'll make things get pixelated, and you'll see streaks and things like that. But occasionally, you might want to make a gesture like this to say, number one, and second, right? So gestures are okay. You can bring your hands in to like the closed palms here to indicate, sincerity or a pleading, or the open palms occasionally. Still be mindful of your nonverbal communication to your audience when you're looking and speaking into the camera. So I wouldn't want to have this light on behind me. See, that's going to create a glow. See, I've got this halo. And so don't have the light on behind you. The light should come from in front of you. Now, if I turn my camera over here, you'll see I have natural light coming into my office from a window there. And I'm utilizing that, but I don't want the window to be behind me and to create that glare behind me. And also there'd be distractions if people were, depending on the focus. Right now you can't really see through that window with the camera, but a lot of times if the windows are bigger or clearer, then you see people walking by on a sidewalk, or it creates distractions. So I have fluorescent lighting above me, but I also have, and I'll bring them up here so you can see, I have two lamps, one on either side of me in front of me, flagging my computer, and so it's bringing light to me. I don't want to see dark shadowy areas in the neck, under the eyes. I want to be able to see the whites of your eyes, like you can see mine here right now. That's important. A lot of times students record these vlogs in low light situations, either outside at night or in a room that's dark, it doesn't have any natural light in it, or they have poor lighting and they're just dark circles where their eyes should be, and that's not good at all. Okay? So the other thing is you want to try to control for distractions, sounds, interruptions, silence your phones. Don't be in a room out in the open where people are walking around behind you. If you're recording your video at home and you have roommates or family who live with you, then you need to make sure that you have a place where you can have some private space for a while, and they know that not to come in or out the door behind you, knock on the door, those kinds of things. You can put a note on your office door that says, private video conference in place, please wait quietly, or something to that effect. Silence your phones. Don't have a television or a radio on in the background. It's not uncommon for me to hear dogs barking constantly in the background, things like that, a lot of road noise. So as best as possible, try to control for those things. And then when your video is over, hold your expression or your attention into the camera for a few seconds. Like when you sign off, whatever you say at the end, if you say, and thank you for listening, or thank you for watching this vlog. Okay, and then reach and ideally, like I can take my mouse here and can hit stop without breaking my posture or where my focus is, with eye contact with you. A lot of times at the end, I see students, they go like this, and you can tell it's like, how do I stop this? And I'm seeing it as you're seeing it right now. Now, those are some things that you can take care of in post-production. When the video's over, you could use a program like iMovie to delete that, to cut off, or to fade to black slowly at the end of your vlog. But I don't want you to do a lot of post-production editing of these videos. These vlogs must be recorded in one continuous setting, just as I've done here. I've not stopped and restarted my camera since I started talking to you some 9 minutes ago. So I don't want any occurrences of that. If you mess up, then you can stop and start over, right? And just rehearse more. But I don't want an edited, putting multiple clips together because you started and stopped or you messed up. And that's all that's coming to my mind right now. Well, I tell you what, let me say something related to eye contact, and that is your notes, placement of notes. I'm doing a lot of impromptu, just off the top of my head talking to you right now. But I do have a slip of paper, Post-it note, right here, that I have stuck to my computer, right to the right of my camera. And so I can glance over there occasionally as I'm looking to the right or left, and I can see those key words. Don't have your note cards down here where you're having to look at them, or way off to the side where you're having to look away. Have them, I recommend doing what I'm doing here with like a sticky note, okay, to the right or to the left, but about eye level with you. So you're not having to look down or look up, and it's obvious that you're referencing notes. Certainly no reading. Now, let me say this. I put a little video up for you about vertical videos. And vertical videos occur when you record the video like this, right? Holding the video. Here I'm recording my vlog right now, okay? Instead, hold the camera like this, okay? So that it doesn't have like 5 feet of dead space above your head, okay? Determine where you need to be. You don't want to be too far away, but you also don't want to be too close. So to me, I would say this is about the right orientation. All right. So I wish you the best. If you have any questions, as always, just post those to the virtual office, or drop me an email and I'll be happy to respond. And good luck on your vlogs.